I am now introducing Insane Ian. Achievement unlocked!
Greetings, Internet, and welcome to another episode of A Comedy Musician Reacts. My name is Insane Ian. I am a comedy musician and comedy music fan, and on this show I react to comedy music from the perspective of a comedy musician. Because that's what I am, and that's what I do, and that's what this is, and that's why you're here, and that's why today I am reacting to 2 songs by Starbomb. If this is your first time joining us, yes, I am a comedy musician. I react exclusively to comedy music because that is where my field of expertise lies. What this means for you is that I'm going to pause the videos. Kind of a lot, actually. This way I'm not talking over or laughing over the jokes and missing them. This way I can discuss how the lyrics and videos work in tandem to help enhance the comedy. Sometimes I'm analyzing, sometimes I'm summarizing, sometimes I'm explaining the jokes, because that's always fun for people, and sometimes I'm just sitting back and laughing my damn head off. It's a crapshoot whatever you're going to get, but I think it's a good time anyway. If you like that sort of thing, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. And if you really want to help the channel out, consider supporting me on Patreon, where patrons get to see these videos early, get my music and comedy early, and all sorts of other cool things like that. But anyway, all of that out of the way, let us dive into today's videos. Because I had been out for a little bit and not doing videos, got a little bit of a backlog, so I'm doing new videos every day this week leading up to Christmas Eve, hopefully, depending on how pain and vacation goes after the surgery. But today we are catching up on 2 Starbomb videos, the first being Krobus is Hot, the second being Sonic's Last Ring. Both of these were released, well, Krobus is Hot was released two months ago. Sonic's Last Ring was released a month ago, and so now we're checking these out. The first song, Krobus, I mean, I've heard all of these songs, mostly because I already have this new Starbomb album, so I've obviously heard these. But I haven't seen the videos, so we're checking them out. Krobus is Hot is a song about Stardew Valley. I've never played Stardew Valley, so this one, some things may miss for me, some jokes I may not get, although they do kind of generalize it a little bit in the song. I know that Krobus is a creature that appears in the game, and Aaron's predilections, much like the ones that we heard about in the Kiss the Elden Ring video, seem to be coming to the forefront once again. But anyway, let's dive in. Oh yeah, that's right. Space Bear did this video. Space Bear is a comedy band, and who also do compilation edits for Game Grumps, but also do remixes, I guess you could call them, or they turn things that the Grumps have said or sung on episodes of Grumps into songs. They've done 4 different albums, technically, of songs based on Game Grumps things, and also, since they do editing, edited this video together. I'm guessing it uses game footage. At least that's what I remember Aaron saying about it earlier. Yeah. Starbomb Valley in the Stardew Valley font is fantastic. Yeah, it's all game graphics.
Just inherited this place from my grandpa. Looks pretty chill, living simple on this little farm.
I love that they gave Aaron, or Arnold, as former President Obama calls him, gave him the little blonde streak in the hair there. Animal preference, cat. I mean, we know Aaron has cats. He has said previously he doesn't like cats, but then, like, every so often he says he loves his cats, so probably the preference, yeah. But I love that this is just all in-game. I love that it's just... It's a machinima, basically. We're using the in-game graphics to make a music video. I've done that. That's always fun. Look up Use Your Words with Lyrics. Brentalfloss, the guy who does such and such video game with lyrics, made a video game, and he wasn't going to do a song about his own game, so I did, and he even guest stars in the video. It's one of mine. Hey, shameless plug, hooray. Christmas.
Stardew Valley's gonna fucking rule, so I'm playing some Starbs and some Bloobs and they'll start to grow.
Straubs and bloobs, and they'll start to grow. I love Arnold's favorite activity is pooping. Because of course it is.
All of my neighbors are a bunch of hotties. I'm feeling like I gotta focus on some more Pilates. A Donkey Kong looking fucker just gave me a key. I use it on the sewer door. What the fuck do I see? Beautiful Krobus. Wondrous Krobus. Never seen a thing as beautiful as you.
Yeah, so Krobus being a dark, shadowy creature, all these hotties in the valley, and Arnold, of course, is going for the amorphous blob shadow creature. Hey, I'm not gonna kink shame. As far as song concepts go, it's just up there in ridiculousness as the rest of the Starbomb tunes. So, and especially on this album, but also, especially with this album, the groove is undeniable in this track. It is such a banger, and the fact that most of these songs are made just using samples is phenomenal. They've got a great sound with this one. Of all the albums that have been put on vinyl, because all 4 of their albums are on vinyl. They released a box set of the first 3, which was a limited edition thing. Yes, of course I have it. And then they put the new one out on vinyl, and they've been doing that with a lot of the new NSP stuff has been going on vinyl too. But of all the albums that are worth being on vinyl, this is the one. Because, you know, it's just by the nature of the samples and everything, everything sounds so interesting on vinyl. I'm not one of these weird audiophiles who's like, oh, vinyl over CD, vinyl over digital. I have a record player. I obviously have records. It's not something I have time a lot of times to sit down and listen to. I used to listen to albums a lot more in my car with CDs because that's a lot more portable and more available. But I just like listening to music. The format doesn't change a lot for me, but I do know that there is a certain warmness and appreciation for vinyl that other people have, and I appreciate that. Tangents are fun.
Shadowy demon. Got my dick and balls screaming.
There's a visual I didn't need. Got my dick and balls screaming, the pants come down, and just the face of screaming Aaron to censor the no-no bits. Sure. I never want to see a dick and ball screaming. Honestly.
Gonna bust a nut, then I'll fall into a river of piss now. Blacked out.
Why a river of piss? Okay, though, who cares? Bust a nut, the nuts and the eyes breaking, that's clever.
Welcome to the show, Queen of Sauce. Grab and feed for my little chickens like a boss. Okay, Marty's gone for the day. Looks like my little chicken friends are going hungry. What?
Poor dead chickens. I also love how passed out and then traveled around town as the passed out model. That's really funny. I'm gonna take it back a little bit here.
Blacked out, welcome to the show, Queen of Sauce. Grab and feed for my little chickens like a boss. Okay, Marty's gone for the day. Looks like my little chicken friends are going hungry. What? Cracking gems in this mine's a blast. Holy shit, a motherfucking dragon's flying at me fast.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, Stardew Valley, like, I thought was just a, like, farming sim. But apparently there's, like, heavy RPG elements in it, and dragons, and demon creatures like a Krobus, and sure, all of that makes sense now. Let's have things be more than just they appear on the surface. There's a lot of games that do that now, and it's an interesting take to take with them. The shopkeeper being in bed, bouncing up and down, adorable and yet implied naughtiness. That's always fun too. The implication of naughtiness, and also just saying the word naughtiness. It's festive to say it this time of year because the naughty or nice things. Yes, Christmas things will be happening later. Whatever.
They eat my flesh, I scream and cry and pass out. And right before I shit myself, I think about.
Always with the defecation jokes, because Aaron's favorite pastime is pooping. I love the little Pac-Man sequence here. The dragon ate the Aaron head, it turned into eyeballs, went into the home base, and came back as an Aaron head.
Obliterating Krobus, just ravaging Krobus. Aggressive blood play while I lick that fucker's armpits.
This is the first time I've actually caught what that line is. And I love Ninja Brian, like, peeking in the window and being shocked. Obliterating Krobus, aggressive butt play while I lick that fucker's armpits. That's a line. That is a lyric. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna take it back a couple seconds here because that's messed up, man. Let's take it back a little further.
Obliterating Krobus, just ravaging Krobus. Aggressive butt play while I lick that fucker's armpits.
Aggressive butt play while I lick that fucker's armpits. Obliterate Krobus, just ravaging Krobus. Yeah. Again, not gonna kink shame. That's just an amazing lyric.
Krobus is calling, as my body's falling. I hit the ground falling, knowing I have a hellspawn that loves me.
Krobus is calling, I hit the ground, because I start falling, I hit the ground bawling. Not the bawling I was expecting. This is B-A-W-L-I-N-G, not B-A-L-L-I-N-G. Considering all the other sexual innuendo, I assumed it was the latter. And then getting attacked by 4 dragons after that. Which, considering your predilection for shadow demons, may be your thing. I do love this next section of the song.
I hit the ground falling, knowing I have a hellspawn that loves me. Wake up to the queen of sauce again. Beat some super fucking 5-year-olds again. I don't care if you're crying. I got a straw hat, bitch, so keep fucking trying.
But like, that line almost has like nothing to do with anything. I have a straw hat, so, you know, does that make you powerful in the game? Maybe it does have something to do with it. I don't know. It's just really funny. I have a straw hat, so keep fucking trying. Making 6-year-olds cry as you beat them again.
My horse is fucking immortal. I think I just saw an alien crawl through a portal.
The horse back kicking away death.
Pierre is making me pull out my hair because it seems like his shop is always fucking closed. Passed out, woke up, quick.
There was a sniper rifle and scope on the closed shop, and then the shot goes through and the entire place bursts into a realistic ball of flame. Obviously, that was not in-game graphics. So creative editing by Space Bear on that one. I dig that a lot. That's really funny.
I think I just saw an alien crawl through a portal. This bitch Pierre is making me pull out my hair because it seems like his shop is always fucking closed. Passed out, woke up, queen of fucking sauce. Every single fucking morning, queen of fucking sauce.
What's the Queen of Sauce? Somebody explain it to me in the comments, because, like, again, I've not played Stardew Valley, so there are things that are going over my head. So waking up to the Queen of Sauce, I don't know what that means. It's a funny lyric. Apparently it's the thing that happens every time you wake up, or something. I don't... Queen of Sauce. Hooray. I don't get it.
No, it's a vegetable. I'm losing my shit. What the fuck is garlic juice, guys? I'm losing my shit.
This section, I think, is really funny because it's that whole idea of, again, it's something that they did in the Kiss the Elden Ring, is just every line ends with the same phrase, losing my shit. They're not even trying to rhyme it with other things, they're just saying losing my shit over and over again. Yeah, tomato is a vegetable. Tomatoes are fruits. But in the game, they're vegetables, because for a long time, many years, especially, at least in America, we thought that tomatoes were vegetables. But no, it turns out they're fruits. Science, ever-changing.
Passed out, woke up, queen of fucking sauce. Every single fucking morning, queen of fucking sauce. Tomato is a vegetable, I'm losing my shit. What the fuck is garlic juice, guys? I'm losing my shit. chickens are dead. Oh, I can cook you some bread. If I live another day here, I'ma blow off my head. Now I'm...
Goo-goo, not Google. How to buy a gun for free. That's not buying. If you get it for free, you're not buying it. Buy language.
Get why everybody is trauma dumping. I think I'ma end it if I don't find something to. A message from Krobus on some very short notice. He is asking if I want to be his wonderful roommate.
Do you want to be my house friend? Live with Krobus. So all this obliterating of Krobus and the aggressive butt play has been the fantasy.
I'm losing my shit, dude.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that was a visual. The losing my shit dude. Aaron's rocketing around with a spray of diarrhea propelling him. Oh my god, I was not expecting to see that on Losing My Shit Dude. Ah, so wrong. Oh boy. Man. Alright, that's a thing.
Wonder if he'll think that is rude to ask if he sleeps nude. Not that I'm into that sort of thing.
Is it rude to ask if Krobus sleeps in the nude? Meanwhile, still rocketing around, spraying everything. Oh, God.
I totally said yes. My life is not the fucking best. Every day I get to see that fat platinum dumpy.
See that fat platinum dumpy. That is a direct reference to something from Game Grumps. I forget who the guest was. I think it might have been Sneesnag. But they brought up the phrase platinum dumpy, and they were saying it throughout the episode, and it worked its way into a song, which is great. A lot of the stuff on this new album are references from Game Grumps specifically. Like, we know that Starbomb is Aaron and Dan from Game Grumps, but also Dan and Brian from Ninja Sex Party, all three getting together to make songs. But this is the first time I think any like direct references from Game Grumps have made it into the songs. Things like, Wheel of Misfortune being all of the lose-a-turns that Dan actually experienced in the game, or the Platinum Dumpy line in this song. Or there was one other, and I suddenly can't remember it. I have the album here. Let me take a look. The Pokemon Smasher Pass, of course. The first video they released from this album, they played Pokemon Smasher Pass on a couple episodes, and then that turned into a song. That's just really funny. I also love That Feels Incredible, because it disturbs so many people, and I love it just for that reason. That is a fully Brian track, and I love it. Alright, anyway, back to this.
Dear Diary, it's been a couple days,
The breakdown.
and I'm wondering if this was the right decision. Krobus is hot and all, but he doesn't do anything.
The house is a mess. There's debris and detritus everywhere, trash. Things are not clean, thrown clothes.
The house, it's a mess. This guy can't even bake.
Can't even bake. Oh, there's all of these Krobus statues in the background.
I think I might have made a huge mistake. Yours, Aaron.
Not Arnold.
Kill Krobus. I just want to kill Krobus.
Lava katana, red.
Do you think that sexy bitch is susceptible to a handgun?
Again, there's this whole section of the gun. He was looking for a gun for himself at the beginning, and now is trying to find a gun for Krobus. Wild.
Just kill Krobus.
Oh man.
bury Krobus. Nobody sees me burying my sexiest man slut. Someone's
See me bury my sexiest man slut. Oh, I remember how this song ends now. I had forgotten briefly. I had just remembered the part about Aaron wanting to sleep with the Shadow Demon. And now I remember the ending of this song. And, yeah, sometimes some things can be like an episode of, like, playing the Hitman games, where you are doing an unlawful act in the game, and you get witnessed doing that unlawful act. You have to do something about the person who witnessed you, otherwise trouble is made for you. And this is certainly a solution.
Just kill Krobus. Gotta bury Krobus. Nobody sees me burying my sexiest man slut. Someone saw me digging. The body count is rising.
Someone saw me digging, body count is rising, but on the bang bang, the screen just says nothing. It's a black screen with the text that says nothing. Because obviously we're not going to show unaliving in the video, even in game graphics, such as simplistic as these, 16-bit kind of graphics. But in the preview, when he unalived Krobus, there were flashes on the screen for the bangs. This time it just says nothing, because clearly there were no witnesses to unalive, so nothing happened. Yeah.
Pretty soon this town will be a graveyard of fuckers. Can't keep their mouths shut now.
Oh my god. Everybody just turning into graves, but also the close-up, because, like, yes, you have this image of a pixelated Aaron, but, like, when we get to the detailed versions, Aaron's hair was super long, and we got detailed versions of Brian, Aaron, and Danny. That was great. I gotta take it back for that.
Someone's on me digging. The body count is rising. Pretty soon this town will be a graveyard of fuck.
So actually, we saw Danny in the town.
Count is rising.
Yeah. Well, you can't, it's blurry now.
Pretty soon.
Timing. Yes, I know there's a way to advance frame by frame. It doesn't work on this laptop.
On me digging. The body count is rising.
Yeah, so we've got Danny and Ninja Brian in the town square here. I love the little outfits that they made for them. Very, very accurate to the persona of Danny Sexbang and Ninja Brian.
Pretty soon this town will be a graveyard of fuckers. Can't keep their mouths shut.
Yeah, these drawings are so fantastic. I think it's probably graphics of other characters that they've altered for this, but some fantastic editing work in sprite editing here. This is really, really good.
Now what the fuck am I supposed to do here? New fears creeping in my mind about sharing a jail cell with some.
The new fears are Krobus, the gun, and the Queen of Sauce. Let's take it back again.
The fuck am I supposed to do here? New fears creeping in my mind about sharing a jail cell with someone who's gonna treat me like I treated mile number one.
Aaron's sharing a cell with a bear. That might be a euphemism.
Why the fuck did my grandpa give me this farm? Did he know that this hellhole would make me do harm? I'll repent, God, please just give me a sign that all of a sudden a light so divine goes. I am your grandpa. I always fucking hated you.
I forgot Brian played the grandpa. I think this is one of the songs that Danny isn't on. Like, a lot of people were saying Danny's not on this album much, and it's not true. Like, out of all the tracks, I think he's on more than half of them. But it just seems like it because most of these songs don't have Danny singing the chorus, which is what Danny usually does. There's something going on outside. I hear sirens and stuff. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. But regardless, yeah, there's... Man, something big is... Lots of sirens. But yeah, people have been saying Danny's not on this album as much. He's on it just about as much as he's on the other songs. The other albums. So, it just doesn't seem as prevalent because there are songs where he actually isn't singing on, and his contributions to some of the other songs in vocals is not as big as it has been on previous songs. It's just doing it in a different way because they're not having the same format to their songs that they did in previous albums. They actually, because they blew the lid off of their format, like, you know, with the song "The Worst Song Ever." Is that the name of the song? The last song on the Triforce, the previous album, where they're like, here's all these song concepts that we're just throwing to see if we can finally make a one final song. When that was expected to be the last Starbomb album, in the chorus of that song, they expose, like, yeah, well, here's, like, Aaron introduces the concept, Danny backs that up with the chorus, and then in the second chorus we, like, reinforce it and all that. Like, so because they, like, expose that format, none of the songs on this new album use that format. So that's why Danny doesn't appear to be on all of the songs like that. You know, it's just an interesting idea to kind of, like, deconstruct your own style.
I gave you my phone because I wanted to see you suffer. Now here's the reason that I died. There's a guy I couldn't be inside.
There's a guy I couldn't be inside. That's, like... It's such a great lyric, and it's just such a silly rhyme. Here's the reason that I died. There's a guy I couldn't be inside. Sure, you know? Again, comedy... The rules of comedy music is that occasionally there are no rules. I love that the ghost grandpa in the clouds, A, is kind of reminding me of God in the Clouds from Monty Python, and B, is clearly just using, like, a warp filter on the mouth to make the mouth move. Like, they're, like, basically just photoshopping movement into it. Or keyframing a warp thing like that. It's just very funny. And then the person he couldn't be inside is clearly a Grandpa Krobus. Yeah.
I gave up on life when I realized I could never possess Krobus physically. In my day, an intense physical relationship between an old man and a spirit who lives in the sewer was frowned upon.
It was frowned upon. I love how this is like the That's All Folks. I love this little spoken word bit by Ryan again.
Between an old man and a spirit who lives in the sewer.
A relationship between an old man and a spirit who lives in the sewer was frowned upon.
Was frowned upon.
The That's All Folks with Aaron's face model in the perturbed frown. Oh, it's so
You can
good.
get the full album right now. Links in the description below. Oh, yeah. And we got one more music video coming out December 13th. Thank you to Space Bear for this beautiful music video.
Like, that video is great. Obviously, the album is well out now. They're still selling it on their website. And the next video, which they previewed here, still blurred it out, but you could tell that it was for Sonic, is for Sonic's Last Ring, which we will be reacting to next.
Oh, you got some bangers on this project.
Yes. Yes, you do. Anthony Manley. I was about to say I don't know who directed this one, but it says it right there in the bottom corner. This one uses some really cool CG, kind of like the CG cutscenes from the recent Sonic games, at least in the preview that I've seen and also in the thumbnail. This song is ridiculous as well, but of course it is because it's Starbomb. Like, I know those are supposed to be like Black Eyed Susans or anything or something like that, but the flowers. But that just looks like a turd donut right in the center. I'm sorry.
Sonic the Hedgehog's been a friend for years, been through good times, tears.
Just all of those shots with a chili dog. And again, Danny doing vocals now. Where in the previous song, there was no evidence of Danny other than visually. I love just this is, I think, a song that isn't using samples. I think this one was actually composed by Brian on the piano, and it's Brian playing, and they worked with Jim Roach on this song. Brian did an Instagram live where he talked about a lot of the making of this album, so I think this is one of the ones that he said was live music versus using samples. Let's take it back again.
Sonic the Hedgehog's been a friend for years. Been through good times, bad times, laughter and tears. So when he told us that he and Amy fallen in love, we were like, oh damn, oh fuck, oh shit, Mazel Tov!
Mazel Tov! Because Danny's Jewish. So's Brian. But I love that he works that in as much as possible. So that clearly means that Aaron is playing Knuckles and Danny is singing from the perspective of Tails. But Aaron is also playing Sonic usually, so whatever. By the way, Sonic 3, the movie is about to come out, it's out this coming weekend. I'm excited to see it, because Keanu as Shadow is just brilliant casting. It was already great with Idris Elba as Knuckles, but those movies are ridiculous and fun.
Guys helped me plan the wedding. I was so excited that my pants started spreading. We sat down.
I'm glad we didn't get a visual of that. Help me plan the wedding. Also, like, saying that while they're frozen, stuck in the air, is a good sight gag.
Write out the list of names of all the friends who were invited that you met in these games.
Sonic Compendium of OGs and OCs. OGs, originally meaning original gangsta, but meaning characters from the original games, and OCs meaning original creations, fan-created characters. Recently on Game Grumps, they had Ben Schwartz, who voices Sonic the Hedgehog in the movies, and Aaron and Dan pitched to Ben. Did I say Brian? Ben. Pitched it to Ben Schwartz about including their created Sonic character from their playthrough of Sonic Forces, Plurmp. And Ben could not seem to make heads or tails of what the deal with Plurmp was. This green cat that they created in the character creator, because in that game you create a character that is supposed to be Sonic's best friend. And like, they're like, it's canon, so they tried to get it to include it, which will be a character in the upcoming Sonic 4 movie. I doubt it. This is so ridiculous. I love it. I love the stupid, obviously.
It was quite a long list, longer than we'd expected. Yep, but we had to get them all, so nobody's disrespected. Like Knuckles and Tails and Blaze the cat and Rouge, a pair of boobies that's attached to a bat.
They've said this, I think, during one of their playthroughs. A pair of boobies that's attached to a bat. Rouge is the why is that character sexy character. Again, not going to kick shame anybody. You like what you like. This is like Rouge the Bat was one of those characters that Dan goes, gee, I guess I'm a furry about about that character. So yeah, whatever.
But there were lots of others that we hadn't prepared for, like Honey, Six, Whisper, Tangle, or the Polar Bear, or a swallow named Wave, or a hawk named Jet. Oh God, are we done? No, not remotely yet, bitch.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters in the Sonic the Hedgehog games. I think all of those were actually legit characters. At least, whoever, Anthony, when they did this video, the designs look like legit Sonic characters, so that's really cool. So if they invented them, I don't know. I'm not too deep into the Sonic the Hedgehog lore to know every single anthropomorphic animal that they have in these games. And that's the basis of this song. Yes, and there's Sonic. Like this fan drawing, which actually appears, I think, in the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie as a drawing from one of the, like, townspeople. Yeah, completely. And I think the girl on the end is from the comics, which they, like, looked at a bunch of the comic covers for an episode of Game Grumps. Like, they were planning on playing a Sonic game, and then just got lost in the sauce in the, like, comic book cover gallery, and just did an entire episode based on that. And that character, I think, is from that. Plurmp! We have Plurmp! I was expecting to have Plurmp in the video, and there they are. Holy crap.
There was Mighty the Armadillo and Charmy Bee and Storm the Albatross and Ronald the Tree.
Storm the Albatross and Ronald the Tree. I don't know if those are legit. I don't think the tree's a real one. The Albatross might be. Regardless, again, this is kind of like it's leading into the territory of the first two singles from this album, where they're basically just list songs. Here's a list of ridiculous things put to music, based on the concept of the idea of the song. The first one being, here, let's list all the things that Aaron's going to sleep with in Pokemon. And then, like, outside of Pokemon, are you still going to smash these? The second song being, here's a list of ridiculous game titles that Nintendo is putting onto their online service. This one is, here's a list of ridiculous Sonic the Hedgehog characters. Yes, there's quite a bunch of list songs on this album. 3 of the 4 singles have been list songs. 3 of the 5 singles. Wow, 5 singles off this album. That's great. One released every month for the past 5 months, because that's how math and time works. But again, like, the whole album, this is 3 out of, like, 15 tracks or something like that. How many tracks is on this? 14 tracks. So having that, 3 out of 14, it's not a lot, but it is noticeable that there are a lot of list songs, especially when your first 2 singles were both list songs. I don't have a problem with that. I love list songs. It's a great way to kind of pack a lot of comedy into a short amount of time, but I know some people seem to have a more of an issue with it.
There was Cream the Rabbit and Ricardo the Train, Steve the Television, and David the Cum Stain.
David just being a box of tissues, that's hilarious. Yes, many of those, I'm pretty sure, weren't characters, but I think one of them actually was. So Cream the Rabbit, yeah. Cream the Rabbit is real. Ricardo the Train... Is Ricardo the train from the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, the murder mystery game they released? Like, Sega, like, legit released on PC. It was a fan-made game, but Sega published. Is Ricardo the Train from that one? I think that one actually might be from that. And I had forgotten about that until this very moment, because I remember the Grumps played it. So I think that might actually be a legit character. But after that, clearly David is not a real character.
The Train,
Steve the Television, probably not a real character.
Television and David the Cum
Yeah.
Kathy the Hippo showed up with Randall the Llama. And
Kathy the Hippo and Randall the Llama. We're just names and animals now. Other than Steve the Computer and David. I'm not saying it. Not that I have a problem with saying it, but I don't want my video to become demonetized. It's bad enough it's in a song. Just ridiculous.
And also Michael the Toilet and Barack Obama. All right, everyone.
Michael the Toilet and Barack the Obama. We don't even see him. It's just a placard. This seat reserved for Barack the Obama might not show up. But he's invited.
Carter the Train, Steve the Television, and David the Cum Stain. Kathy the Hippo showed up with Randall the Llama. And also Michael the Toilet and Barack Obama.
Yeah, reserved for Barack the Obama. Just the bouncing box of tissues with a face scrawled on it for David is so funny. It just, like, happily bouncing along. So ridiculous.
All right, everyone. Eggman suddenly cried. That damn hedgehog's knot is cutting in time. Everybody looked around, found their seats as Shad.
Yeah, the robot is a real one. I remember the robot from something. Sonic CD, maybe? I don't know. I had Sonic CD run Sega CD, and that was always a fun game.
Shadow the rabbi started to speak.
Shadow the Rabbi. Shadow's a character, making him a rabbi in this. Again, going back with the whole Mazel Tov, and apparently all the Sonic characters are Jewish. We don't know if they are or not. We have not asked for the religious denomination of the Sonic the Hedgehog lore, but the fact that that's what we're making it for this song.
Dearly beloved, we come from near and far. I don't know or even fucking care who half of you are. But before Sonic could give Amy the ring, Robotnik.
Oh my god. I love that the gun had settings and the first one was Drunk Uncle.
Or even fucking care who half of you are. But before Sonic could give Amy the ring.
Wedding Crasher and Get a Load of This. Not even Take This, but Get a Load of This. It's
Robotnik shot him with the laser. Let's do this thing! Be serious. 45 beats flew in every direction.
yes, because, you know, Sonic's putting a ring on Amy's finger, but also Sonic collects rings in the games, and when he gets hit, he drops all the rings. So Robotnik shot him, and all the rings fell out. What a song concept, y'all. That's it. That's great. It's so ridiculous. And again, this song isn't completely a list song. The middle section is a list part. So I think that kind of gives it a pass in the list song territory. But it's so dumb and funny. And it's just Robotnik wanting to mess with everything, because he ruins everything and always hates Sonic. And, you know, if this were in the actual Sonic lore, it would be legit. Maybe.
Must be delirious. The wedding ring mixed in with the election. Amy looks furious. Things aren't ever as bad as they seem. Soon she'll be cheering us. If all of Sonic's friends work as a team to collect the rings. She looked like she's about to pull out a hammer, because I think Amy has a giant hammer. But yes, Amy looking furious in that shot. Almost looking like the bride from Kill Bill. Just like the shadowy background and lots of darkness on the face as she like side-eye glares. It's good stuff. A Chow just like breaks a bottle over its own head. Amazing. Chili dog. The robot. I do. All right.
Aaron's Sonic impression's so good. It always has the all right. And they were looking for the wedding ring rather than just the other rings, of course, because it's a wedding. Absolutely perfect. That's hilarious. So Sonic Glass rings. Oh, it actually said who did the illustrations, not just who directed it. Directed and created by Anthony Manley, but illustrations by Lisa Baggy. Bravo. Oh yeah, okay. So the illustrations, the panels in the book were done by Lisa Baggy, but directed and created by Anthony Manley. That was great. That was super fun. Really nice CG animation on that one. Really crisp. I dug that.
You can get the full Starbomb Boom Rise of Lyrics album right now at the links in the description below. Go check it out, and streaming wherever music is streaming, your favorite streaming service, whatever it is. You can get vinyls, you can get CDs, it's all there, baby. And thank you so much to Anthony Manley for making this music video. Gorgeous music video. That's it for music videos. We hope you enjoyed this saga of...
Yeah, Shootaroo did the Pokemon Smasher Pass. Shiglu did the Nintendo Online's greatest announcement. Space Bear did the Krobus is Hot. Shootaroo also did the Elden Ring video, Kiss the Elden Ring. And Anthony Manley did the Sonic's Last Ring. I don't know if they're still doing it, but you get keychains when you order the album on vinyl or CD. Which is really nice. They may still be doing that. But yes, go over to Starbomb's site. Of course, check these videos out using the links in the description box below to see them without me yammering all over them, and go show Starbomb some love. If you liked this video, please like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things to feed the algorithm to get more eyeballs onto these videos. And if you really want to help the channel out like these folks over here do, you can consider supporting me on Patreon, where patrons get to see these videos early, get my music and comedy early, exclusive reactions, and all sorts of other cool perks. Anyway, that's all for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Won't listen to pancake chatter, they're like waffles, but they're flatter. And they both use the same batter, but to me that doesn't matter. Waffle carbs give staying power, unlike last night I'll last for hours. Eggs and milk, sugar, flour, builds a tasty Eiffel Tower. Add the syrup, melt the butter, stickiness makes my heart flutter. Get your mind out of the gutter. Oh wait, you started? I gotta catch up. One waffle down.